Guess we're going live here. Did I go live on Twitch too? Sure. All right, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Let's grab a blueprint. Okay, so there's the seats. That's good. Hello, welcome, Cal. Just thought I was playing around, just chiseling and doing general things, so I thought, hey, why not stream it? So this morning I was working on these. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah. Also works. So you can see these bright red boxes now. Those are... Yeah, I'm getting there. Had a bit of a problem where these seat selections, which are determined by... Hey, Tarkinas? Welcome. Yeah, I was actually yesterday, I was recording some tutorials and getting ready to release, and then I realized that these boxes from Switzerland, oh, welcome. These boxes, which are changed based on what you name seat in your chisel block, when I applied it, it would apply to every train in the game, which explains why I was having a lot of trouble troubleshooting. See, this one just has the one. So you'll be able to name, you'll be able to place, like, actually this is an airship. You'll be able to place where you want these. Whoops, I have accidentally placed a block. There we go. World's worst airship. Oh, I don't think this is fueled even right now. No, it's not. Just by naming the chisel block seat in your blueprint here, that's how it knows. I called this seat and this seat, so when you log into the game, that's where the little boxes are coming from. Right now, I'm just kind of messing around with some train designs, which the big thing I still need to figure out is what are we going to do about... All right, let me show you. This is the default train bogey, it's called, which is very, very plain and boring. And I'm kind of making the mod on the assumption that everyone wants to chisel their own trains, which they probably, not everyone does. In fact, probably most people just want a nice train to start with. So I'm probably going to have to model something and then let it be overridden by people's models. This is actually an airship right now. Actually, you can see I'm kind of getting pushed out because the collision box is quite large. So if I click on this, hey, it put me in the right seat and everything. So there's no moving parts on an airship yet. And I've changed it. There's actually also no collision other than with the ground. But if I look down here, which this red box I need to fix, just back off on the throttle. Actually, this feels like the airship's maybe a bit fast. I don't know. How does that seem? Let's go. All right, I still have some offsetting issues with where the player sits, but hopefully we'll get that. And this is what's going to get everyone. If you hit shift, you'll just instantly undock, I guess, from the airship. You'll hop out of the seat. So I'm sure many people will die. Here you can see it's actually the only collision is with the center block. Let's go back over here and reapply that. Whoop. Uh-oh. I must have clicked accidentally somewhere. So how this works is your train is pointing south, which is somewhat arbitrary, but that's kind of a... Uh-oh. It's not maintaining enough. How's my video quality? YouTube's complaining about it. Oh well. Not much I could do about it. Stuck on crappy internet, unfortunately. So it points south, so you click on the little choppy. I don't know if I could fix that. I might have to check my OBS settings. I'll have to look that up. Detail is okay, but it's choppy. Okay. Let me just see if there's any easy settings. Stream. Yeah, it's using YouTube's default. Yes, I am Canadian, and yes, I'm actually stuck with Starlink, which I'm not happy with, but literally it's the only workable internet available. Let's click on that. Go over here and go for a little ride on one of these more completed tracks. See where I've been playing with train models. Yeah. I've actually actively been looking to replace it now because I'm so irritated by the whole deal. But I mean, it works pretty well, really. I won't get into any politics. So here, been building train. Oh, this is a wheel. Yeah. So if I click with this chiseled wheel, it applies it to the train. Which I'm almost tempted to maybe have it scale down the wheel. So like you could have the wheel be twice the size and you could get a lot rounder, I think. But we can go and actually maybe if I have this more like that. We'll just do a top mirror. Whoops, I've just erased something here. I'll just fix it with a mirror. Yeah. Let's see what that looks like. Whoops. Sorry about that. I had to discuss something. So this didn't quite work. Did I not replace that shape? Oh yeah, the downscaling the thing. Huh. That's interesting. That might be a new bug. Imagine that. Shift click maybe? Alright, well. That's why we do testing, right? The yeah, hopefully it really gives stuff. The actually if we put on show you how big the airships can be currently. It's the envelope of this, and it goes all the way up, well, as high as that tail, so you got quite a bit of room to work with. There is one issue with that is unavoidable, is when it takes this, where's my airship? If we go into no clip, you could see that all the detail of the chisel block is in here, whereas when it's a regular chisel block, all these hidden faces would be hidden. So that'll just be something to be aware of, I guess. I don't think I'll be able to get to the point where I can make a nice clean mesh like it does. Like if I go in here in game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You could see how there's no insides to it. And that's because the oh, hi Kyle, welcome. Scarecrow, and yeah, it's just actually the Vintage Story engine is really good at doing stuff like that. So that will put a cap, I think, on how big airships could be until micro or mini dimensions become a thing that I can hook into and then somehow render the contents of the mini dimension with an extra camera or something, which I think is how Create works, or how Create Aeronautics is going to work. Let's go for a little train ride here. So I'm going to have to hide this red box, maybe. That's going to be annoying. A little bit of shake going on, but I can now control, end of the line. Pretty sure, yeah, we can back up. So if I hold the left, the airships are, actually technically everything is based on the elevator code. The airships, in theory, have a lot of the code for attachments and stuff, but apparently VS is finally left-handed support. Oh, oh, I wasn't paying attention to my routing here. That little shake as you switch directions is kind of sucky, but what are you gonna do? So if I hold right, oh, maybe that track. If I hold left or right, it should choose the appropriate siding depending on if it's an applicable siding. And here's another thing I have to decide on: should I be enforcing the terrain to be solid or empty, like above and under the tracks? So if I hold right, yeah, we should take the rightmost junction. Oh, I didn't even see that track. It's hidden in the terrain. Uh-oh, I think this might be a dead end. Yeah. So these two sidings are too sharp an angle for the train to be able to switch. Yeah. Well, the elevator was the simplest thing, really. So this is where maybe I should be walking the tracks, so to speak. All right, let's see. If I hold right, it should take the right path. There we go. And currently I have it so if you... Oh yeah, I still see if I can turn that on. It's what is it? It's the yaw. No, not the yaw. The pitch. You need to pitch up to point in the direction of movement. Yeah, the elevator is in the new story event. Freaking nightmare story event. What? I'm not saying anything against it, but I hate it. So hopefully I can get this train angled down eventually. Wonder if we can actually get home. This is where we probably should have some sort of check on whether it's a valid track path, but right now you can just do whatever you want. We'll see me going slightly faster or slower depending on the slope. Actually, it's quite a bit slower if you do the really steep slopes, so that's something. Let's see if I hold left here, can I make that turn? Oh, that might have been just a little too wide. You can see we're actually going fairly slow up here. You can make a roller coaster, I guess. Can I make the left turn? Yes. And hopefully I can make that turn or I'm stuck. There we go. Yeah, there will be, like, ultimately the collision will be very limited to none because it's just there's not much you can do about it. Even in create, like, the clipping is limited. Land claims, it does not know about land claims at the moment, other than you couldn't place a node on unless you have access to that. But if your node cuts through someone's land claim, I guess it would place the track right now. All right, thanks Kyle for watching, and catch you later. I'm coming back into the station here. The other thing I have to do is currently, if I'm not pressing a direction, then it's going to. Oh shoot! I'm going back around again. No, wait. Let's just back up. It will automatically pick a direction for you, which I think it should. If you're not pushing a direction, it should probably pick the narrowest angle. Whoops. Ah, there's a problem. But that's because I'm in no clip. Yeah, I mean, the opportunity would definitely be there for griefing. So that'll be, you know what, I almost should write that down. Maybe I will write that down, just in my notes. Question mark, tracks through land claim. Question mark. Yep. I have to do that right away or I'll definitely forget it. And I'm still in no clip. There we go. Other issues are there. I mean, ultimately, I would like to have a full create style switching system. Switches operate with right click. Yeah, I got to figure that out too. Like, currently, it's just all freeform placement. And as you approach, you can go left or right if it's a valid angle by which direction you hold, and that's all there is to it. But like a dedicated switch would definitely be good. I would like to have a create style in create you can make like a train schedule and the train will go through and make its stops and everything else. I would love to have that. We'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna look at the airship. So I need to make a UI too. You can see You might not be able to see on the top of the screen there. We have a throttle and a fuel. Fuel is all coal based right now, and depending on the grade of coal that you add or coke or whatever, it will add more or less fuel. It's the same with the trains too. That seemed to be the best way. I think, like, when I'm thinking of how the airships gets used, which just seems a little fast yet. I'll have to slow this down a bit. I mean, maybe a high-end airship with all its engines could go this fast, but I feel like this is too fast. Considering you can fly above the clouds. There's some hot springs down there. You can see I gotta fix this. There's some annoying, these little red lines flicking around as it trying to render the selection boxes. I guess if the person is on there, it shouldn't really show those anymore, maybe. I'm gonna write that down in my notes, actually. Hide selection boxes for active seat. Yeah, I think they're like the trains should be a little faster. I guess higher capacity, although right now the airship has got a lot. There's 6 storage slots on 5 on the airship, but I mean that's all to be adjusted. Then the airships I just kind of added just because, well, it was actually a lot easier to make an airship than a train, because those dang tracks have just been the worst. So if you ever get out of a train or an airship right now, it will come to a stop and the airship will drift down automatically, so you don't lose the airship. And I would actually also like the airship to be a mobile spawn point, because I think that would be pretty nice. Like the airship is like the ship should almost do that, I think, the vanilla boats. Because like if you're out in the middle of the ocean and you die, then you're screwed. Like it's not very good for adventuring that way. So somehow you bind yourself to the airship. I'm not sure how to handle if it's moved, but yeah, I appreciate that. I generally, if I'm building in a world, then I also would have to have the chisel tool mod. There, did that put the wheels on? I'm having trouble with that. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what's going wrong here. Possibly. I'll have to fix that. Time for another note. Seat selection, blocking other actions. Oh yeah, the airship, I keep like losing my train of thought. My train of thought. Airship should be a mobile adventuring base, I think. I mean, it won't have... I guess if you had like the tent bag mod, which is an awesome mod, just take that with you, you fly around and you set up the tent bag. And I do envision like where maybe stuff can break, but it's fixable with semi-common parts depending on the break. Yeah, the smoking chimneys. Oh yeah, I guess I don't really have that as a thing, do that? You can't control either do the smoking chimney or not. don't think I ever set that up anyway. I guess I need to figure out, actually, if I could find a way to include a chiseled shape as a with the mod, that would be useful. I see this thing's a big airship too. Let's put some coal in. Doesn't matter in creative, it's going to give you maximum fuel. Ah, there. I'm flying a giant. Square around. This is the one I've been using to test these boxes. So the green ones are named seat. So it should map a seat. Let's see if I can click. Can I click on that? Not really. Yeah, we need to fix that. Can I click on there? No, once you're on there, you're on there. It looks like. So I'm not enforcing any particular shape on these. So if you want to make an airplane or whatever, I'm leaving that all up to the user. And of course, if you hit shift, you're gonna fall out. Yes. Yeah. Ultimately, I would like to get to the point where you could have different wheel shapes and maybe be able to pick where the wheels go. And the airships should have propellers on them, obviously. And then maybe based on how you mark your chisel blocks, maybe it would have propellers. HUD clock. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I got HUD clock sitting right up there. I don't know if it's the same one or if it's a reborn one. Lots of people using the medieval expansion. But anyways, it looks like I might have to go. This was kind of a quick test stream anyway, so I'll probably start streaming more, especially as we get closer to a release. So thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all later. Maybe, oh, actually, it's the weekend coming up, so maybe I can do a bit better stream, maybe organize it. Eventually, yeah, I have a test server up now. I might do memberships or something to go on the test server. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. Thanks, everyone. Catch you later.